Hey, what's going on, world? Hey, listen, the word I'm giving you tonight, it comes from my mother. I got this from my mother. She told me this as much as she told me I love you. And what she told me was, shut up. You hear me? Sometimes you got to shut up, man. And as a kid, I was annoying. I used to talk a lot around her. And she would say, boy, shut up. All right? And I'm saying that because I promise you, if you don't learn how to be quiet in certain situations, you'll rush into something. You'll talk about something that you should be silent about. You know, not everything is meant to be spoken about. Some things are meant to just be acted out. And there's a time to listen, right? There's a time to speak too. But if you get those confused, like if you speak when it's time to listen, if you listen when it's time to speak, you can find yourself in a paradigm that you don't even want to be in. Listen, I had a meeting and I had to meet with an individual, and I was sitting down before the meeting. I was planning all my bullet points. I was in my car. I'm sitting down planning my bullet points, and I hear the voice of God, and God says, "Just go to listen." And I say that, and I don't say that lightly. I really believe it was the voice of God. But in that moment, I was like, "Nah, that's me being lazy. I just don't want to work." So I'm trying to convince myself to just go and wing it. And then I hear it again. And then I hear the voice the third time. And I just don't believe coincidence happens in threes. So I go to this meeting, and Lord behold, if I would have went there and spoke my agenda, things would have probably went my way temporary, but in the long run, I would have been screwed over. I don't know another way to say it. I would have been screwed over. And I realized that in that meeting, it was God speaking to me, because when you let a person speak long enough, listen to this. When you let a person speak long enough, they reveal their hand. You don't need to ask no questions. They reveal their hand. See, it's only so long somebody can mystify you with their words. It's only so long people can cleverly find a way to dodge your questions before they actually tell the truth. And if you let a person talk long enough, not only will they reveal their hand, but you might realize who they really are. Let a person talk and watch what happens. But in order to do that, you got to swallow that pride. Pride makes us think, I'm going to go there, I'm going to talk, I'm going to say these things. And in reality, you might be trying to talk to a person who's not even a listener. You get what I'm saying? That you may be trying to convince somebody about who they can be when they not even listening. They don't believe what you're talking about. And what I'm saying is that sometimes, you got to be slow to speak but quick to listen. This week, shut up. Stop all that. Just listen. And maybe the answer will be given to you in that moment. But you cannot learn and speak at the same time. You got to shut up and listen, all right? This week, I love you, but shut up and find time to listen, all right? Have a beautiful week, y'all.